All right. We're gonna test the technique today. Very zen-like. Very scared. Oh, you guys, good morning, good afternoon. 12:02, good afternoon. Thank you, Carly Tatum, for being our guest gonger. I love that. The reason I asked Carly to be our guest gonger, if you haven't checked on social media, I just confirmed. This gal ran 10K, 10 miles, it's way longer than 10K, in DC this weekend? Last weekend, okay, so I kind of confirmed. 10 miles, DC. One of the things I love getting to know Carly over the past year that she's been with us, one of the things that I really appreciate is that she's out in the community and she coaches and she builds her business by layering on what she is interested in and then bringing the community in. And it's a way a lot of us build our business. But I think it's a great reminder that this is an amazing profession that lets us build our life by design. So thank you for gonging us in. Thanks for being a great role model for us in terms of how we build our business. And let's get started. Yes?
Yeah.
I have missed you guys. It has been a hot second and a half since I've been here to chat with you guys. Did everybody have good spring break?
Absolutely.
Ooh, that was quiet. Like,
So long ago.
It was a long time ago. It was. If you think back, cast back, did you guys have good time with your family, good refreshing time? And if the answer is yes, awesome. If the answer is gosh, no, or gosh, I can't remember, it was so long ago, I would encourage you to find some time and schedule that. Okay? Yep. I always know something's wrong when Kathleen sneaks up right after I started, so. You guys, we normally start our meeting with the mission, vision, values. And what we've discovered, and looking at putting this meeting content together for you, is that it's very heavy on kind of how we live as KW as a community here. So I want you to think of the information that we're providing for you and for your colleagues as part of our mission, right? Win-win. Make it all of the pieces, right? This is we want to be your company of choice, and we want to make sure that you have everything you need to build your business as you choose. So as we hear all of the information that we're going to be sharing today, I want you to think about how you create KW and you create our mission by living it every day with me in partnership. So I'm very grateful to be in business with you. So we're going to start this morning with a handful of congratulations. First, I want to, Renee, where's my Medina team? Are they here? Oh, Michael, how do you pronounce his name for me? How would you pronounce his name for me?
Renee.
Renee. Oh, you didn't roll the R. Alfredo rolled the R for me. I don't know how to do it. Anyway, the Medina team is growing exponentially, and we want to congratulate Renee on his first coach. Our area are absolutely growing as well, and I want to call out the all-in team. Alex, congratulations on adding Ivana. All of the people that are growing, your little office is going to start, like, if you start seeing people sitting outside the door, it's because more and more people are coming in there. So we're also recognizing cappers this morning. I want to recognize Jake Bowman for capping in the month of March. Jen Strelka. And Emily Walzak. Our cappers, as we're looking at these, a lot of those people were on teams, you guys. We have some of the best teams in Southeast Wisconsin, and I will say in all of Wisconsin. And part of that is because of the productivity that our teams are able to do. So Congratulations, Rainmakers. Congratulations, team members. Really love to see all of that productivity and everything that you're doing. So we're going to talk a little bit. I know Charlie raised this last week if you were able to be here, but I wanted to put my little shout out to everybody who wants to consider Red Day. Let's talk about on May 9th, Thursday, we will be celebrating Mo Anderson's birthday. Does everybody know who Mo Anderson is?
Yeah.
Okay, some of my OGs do certainly. She was known as the Velvet Hammer, you guys. She's still part of the KW culture. If anybody has been around Gary Keller or heard him, you can imagine how hard it is to keep him kind of focused on what it is that needs to happen. So he would be off doing his research, putting his plans together, and Mo would kind of handle the business. And back in the day, that was, I mean, she's amazing, you guys. If you ever have a chance to read any of her work or to kind of sit at her feet, I would suggest doing that. But one of her big things is she has 7 hugs a day, 7 hugs that came from Mo Anderson. It's part of what helps keep us productive and healthy and grounded. But every year, once a year, we call out time. We close. We will not be open on Red Day. Your keys will obviously all work. But we go help in the community because Mo is all about community and KW is about community. So we have put our Red Day schedule together. In 2023, last year, all of us were able to partake in some different Red Day opportunities. Within talking about this, last week, we had over 100 people register, which is astounding. That's great. And we can do more, right? It's not until May 9th. And I know one of the things that we hear is that you don't have time. You can't take the time. You're so busy, your clients need you. How will you ever step away? Just like I started this meeting, if you can't remember a good time over your spring break or time that you had with family and friends that refreshed you, schedule time. It's part of what it means to be a productive agent, is to live a balanced, counterbalanced life where you can do things that feed your soul. So this is a baked in opportunity to help other people. And it's one of the best ways that we can stay focused is by helping other people, right? So we have so many opportunities to dive in for Red Day. Zacharias Acres out in Oconomowoc. If you're interested in helping there, we were there last year. We have a great opportunity brought to us through our ALC. Courage Milwaukee is looking for volunteers, and the Franklin Little League is looking for volunteers, and Hunger Task Force as well. So different opportunities, different timeframes, inside, outside, different abilities. You can find yourself here somewhere. I would encourage you to do it. Don't just take the time and stay home, right? Be out in the community. And often when you help people who have less than you have, it absolutely helps you kind of put life in perspective and keep going on what we're doing, okay? So this is also the last week, if you're gonna participate, to get the t-shirt. T-shirts have been pretty nice lately. So if you're interested, register before Friday of this week to get your Red Day t-shirt. All right, good? Is everybody registered in here? Am I singing to the choir? I got some head shakes. Okay, I am purposely shaming those who have not registered yet. So if you're not shaking your head, I want you to register, okay? Oh. Okay.
So the Hunger Task Force Farm and the Franklin Little League both really need volunteers. So if you haven't signed up yet, I would encourage one of those 2 opportunities. They're both in Franklin. So super local to us. I'm sure we all live kind of around this community, right? So if you haven't registered yet, I would do one of those 2 opportunities.
Awesome, thank you, Kathleen. And one of the things I hear often when I'm talking to agents from other brokerages is they get tired, you know, just like we do. We're working hard, we're in the thick of it, you know, when do they kind of regroup? If you have friends that are doing business in the area and you think this might be something that's a great way for them to step out of their comfort zone and to help them see a little bit of the KW culture in action, I would encourage you to invite them as well. They're absolutely invited. Let's make the impact. When we all get together, the impact that we can make is pretty phenomenal. So we do that to help the community. We do that to help you because you guys work really, really hard. We're gonna go through some recognition here in a minute for March. We're actually on schedule, right? It's not June yet. But lots has been going on, and I hear a lot of buzz in the office about a lot of listings coming to market, competition's heating up. We're gonna dive into that, but let's recognize our production. So through March, Alan Frankenberger, top listings taken, Ben Murphy Realty, top listings taken, and Lifetime Realty. March, the Home Run Club, one listing, one contract, one closing, all in 1 month, the month of March. Long list here: AJ George, Alan Jasperson, Alfredo Medina, Ben Murphy, Brad Parent, Dean Medina, Dan Callis, Dan Schmidt, Ed Gramza, Jay Baumgartner, Jay Krickerberg, Jeremy Reinders, Joe Singsheim, Katie Ninkovic, Lisa Packard, Liz Mitchell, Pat Cotter, Royce Fortier, Ryan Maurer, Sarah Papp, Sue Arnold, Terry Lewis, Tony Tristan Greco, and Valerie Otto. Really love seeing, because it means you did business and you're doing business. So this is the one you want to get your name on. Okay, in my opinion. $1 Million Month of March, Katie Ninkovic leading the way. If we had a $2 million month of March, she would be on the slide. Katie Ninkovic, 2,007,400. Emily Walzak, 1.5. Nate Ingles, 1.3. Brad Parent, 1.2. Zach and Don Shipley, also 1.2. Tony and Sharice, 1.2. Alfredo, 1.2. Lisa Packard, 1.1. Terry Lewis, 1.1. And Ben Murphy, 1 million. Congratulations. Individual top close volume. Katie Ninkovic, Emily Walzak, Terry Lewis, John Ekstrom, Sarah Papp, Peter Parmelsberger, Valerie Otto, Pat Cotter, Nicole Lasaki, and Tanya Nienzwicki. Nice work. We're starting to see some of our productivity people pop up on these slides, you guys, so that's really exciting. Top close volume in March for teams: Ben Murphy Realty, 1.5, Pinnacle Group, 890,000, Baumgartner, 726. Congratulations. Group top close volume: Level Up, 2.5, Mindright, 2.1, Medina, 1.9, Team Ingles, 1.7, Lifetime Realty Group, 1.6, and Simplified Realty, also 1.6.
Is this March or February?
Well, it should be March, so
Okay.
I think we just forgot to change the month.
Okay, I was like,
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
That, we put that in there to make sure people are paying
I'm on my toes?
attention.
Yeah.
Sharice
Got it.
Sharice gets the note. Closed volume year to date: Emily Walzak, 3.5, Katie Ninkovic, 3.4, Terry Lewis, 1.1, Catherine Goyle, 1.6, Nicole, 1.5, Pat, 1.5, Dana Lassich, 1.4, Steph Sosa, 1.1, Peter, 1.1. Nice. Okay. Closed volume year to date: Ben Murphy, 4.1, Baumgartner Group is 1.7, Pinnacle Group is 1.4, and Callis Realty is 1.2. Top close, bless you, top close volume year to date: Group, Mindright Realty, 6.2, Lifetime, 5.6. Great work, you guys. Level Up, 4.7. Team Ingles, 4.4, Reliance, 3.7, Krickerberg's 3.3, and Medina, 3.1. I'm just looking, you guys, all of these groups have added agents or rethought their value prop in the last year. So they are staying super, super relevant to the market that's out there in the last day, right? So you want to keep your name or see your name up here. We stay relevant, right? Keep with the market. Top close units in, Spunkadunk, 9.68. Wow, good work, Katie. Emily Walzak at 9, Terry Lewis at 7.7, Nicole, 5.75, Pat, Peter, Carly, Catherine, and Dana, all at 4. Great work, everybody. Realty at 8, Pinnacle Group at 6, Callis at 5, and Baumgartner Group at 5. And then Group, Mindright, 22.92. Team Ingles is at 16, Lifetime is at 16, Level Up is 14, Krickerberg, Medina also 14, and Reliance is at 12. Okay, so order to this morning, right? Cappers, do your individual business. Red day, fuel yourself. Production comes. Okay, I want you to think about that. Regardless of what you want your business to be, take care of your business, fuel yourself, the results will come. Okay? Thank you guys. I'm gonna hand this over to our tech.
Good afternoon.
Wu-Tang.
Okay, so there's been a few slight changes into smart plans in the last couple of months, so I just want to make sure that I recap some of the fun changes that they've made. There's still more to come, but we're getting there. So one of the first things that they've done is changed a lot of the functionality of smart plans. So if you haven't been in there in a while, get in there. But there's now a drag and drop feature, and the way that the smart plan is built really allows you to see the days of the smart plan a little bit easier than it did before. So you basically say like, I want a second step, and then you drag and drop what that step will be. And then on the right hand side, you can then put in all the details of that step. And then there's also a time of day settings for each step. So you can block out when you want the email or the text to send. I think it really just gives you AM or PM kind of blocks. It's not super specific on the time. A lot of that is for the TCPA guidelines, but that's a pretty cool feature as well. And then more recently, they just released the auto ad remove rules to smart plans. So you have a smart plan that's 15 steps because you're trying to get in touch with a Facebook lead or an open house lead, something like that. You can now set up your smart plan that if they reply to your text message or they reply to your email, it'll auto remove them from that smart plan. So you don't have to remember to go back in and remove them.
That's amazing. Wait,
That
where
is
did
ours.
that?
Like so Bill RSVP, something will automatically. It would be if they replied to your email, not if they clicked a link. So that would be the caveat of that, because command has no way of seeing what that link does. You know, maybe our buddies at ChatGPT might figure that out and then we can steal it. I don't know. But I think this is really cool. It's something that we've been asking for a while, to be able to remove people from smart plans once they've replied to us, so we don't have to remember to go back in there. And then I just want to take a quick second to talk about homes.com. Are you guys familiar with homes.com?
Yeah.
Okay, so they talked at Family Reunion, and it's definitely a corporation that I would be paying attention to. Homes.com is owned by CoStar, who's been around in the commercial real estate business for a very long time, and they're starting to dip their toes into residential. If you take a look at CoStar stock versus Zillow stock in the last couple of months since the lawsuit, there's major differences happening. So I would be paying attention to what homes.com is doing since their Super Bowl ads. It is free to claim your profile, okay? And when you do that, you will be at the top of searches when people are searching for homes. The great thing about homes.com is that they truly believe in your listing your lead. And so when you have a listing and your profile is claimed, those leads will come to you at no cost. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say, I got a lead off homes.com, like, this is more than a year ago, and like, closed them, happy, et cetera, just off one of our listings. Never paid homes.com a dime before.
Yep, yeah, Nikki
And paid
Hunick.
them money, but still good leads.
Yeah, Nikki said the same thing this morning. She said all the leads she's ever gotten from homes.com as a listing agent have been like well-qualified buyer leads. This is not dragging the bottom of the lead pool. So I would make sure you go and claim your profiles on homes.com immediately. I will be talking about this more in depth on marketing training on Tuesday or Thursday at 11. If you want me to kind of show you a little bit more how to do it, but it's pretty self-explanatory when you get it there. Sheila?
Oh, I was just gonna say that we have an extended offer right now from a lead that we just got on homes.com, that we had for sale up in West Bend. I got an extended offer really quick, and then people moved from out of state, and they needed a condo, and they ordered one this last weekend, so it's for the.
Yeah, they're well qualified, ready to go leads, so. They're also doing a lot of cool things when it comes to neighborhood data, neighborhood videos and stuff. So they're really putting a lot of money into their marketing and their website and what they can do for you as a listing agent, so.
Yeah, so if you're saying you know about it, but you haven't claimed your profile yet, that's the first thing you should do when you leave here. And if you think about the evolution of startups, when something comes out, they pour a ton of money into it, and people who are in it first tend to reap the biggest rewards. So don't drag your feet on this one, because who knows what it's gonna look like in a year. We know it's working really, really well now, and you can always adjust down the road. So team leaders, rainmakers, if your agents aren't in here, encourage them to sign up on this. You guys sign up on this. Let's, when I looked at the enrollment of homes.com when I was at family reunion, KW did not have a ton of people that I saw rolling up. So it could have come since then, and I love that. Keep doing it.
If you're in a team, I don't think you can sign up for a free profile individually.
You can, but your listings probably won't show because they're going under a rainmaker.
It's a caveat, the league next year was going on.
But if you
Sign up.
if you're a member of the MLS, you can claim your profile, so I would highly recommend it. And we're not even talking about paid leads from this right now. We just want you to claim your profile. And the conversation that I had with the account rep at homes.com was basically like, KW is forming a partnership with homes.com. Please get your agents to do it. So, right.
Great.
So this week, we're gonna talk about some of the consumer apps, and I'm gonna take you through that homes.com profile as well. And then next week, we're gonna do our monthly zip form and compliance and command training. So if you need a little bit more help on submitting opportunities, commissions, zip forms, all of that, tune into that training.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much, Wu-Tang. Appreciate it. Don Shipley, Defender Don. Do you have a sword or anything yet? We still haven't done oh, we are lax. We need to get you a cape, sword, all the things.
Good.
Okay.
Only if we get it for Sarah too. That's if Sarah will wear it, then I will. So April's Fair Housing Month. So throughout the month, we're gonna talk a lot about things to know about fair housing, but I thought it was really interesting as a place to start to just know about the history of fair housing in Milwaukee specifically. So I've got kind of a timeline of early fair housing events happening. So just kind of interesting to think that like before the Fair Housing Act passed, there were already things happening specifically in Milwaukee that were promoting change to legislation. So 1962 to 1965, there were a lot of early fair housing efforts in Milwaukee that were really spearheaded by Belle Phillips, who was an alderwoman in Milwaukee. You may recognize the name from streets and things in the city. But she actually, 5 years before the fair housing marches took place in Milwaukee later, she had presented a fair housing ordinance to the Milwaukee Common Council, and they voted 18-1 against it. So she was the only member of the council who voted for it, as the only Black member of the council. 1965, there was an open housing law that was signed by the governor that prevented discrimination in the sale, rental, or financing of housing. But it was really a watered down version of this. So it only really applied to houses that were, properties that were not owner occupied, that were more than 4 units. So really just like apartment buildings, it didn't apply to the houses that most people were buying. So change really started in 1967. There was marches that began, led by the NAACP Youth Council and its advisor, Father James Groppe. Groppe or Groppe?
Groppe.
Okay, good.
Us old people remember.
Good, thank you. I was like, I know his name, I read it, but I don't know if you can hear it. So they started day one of 200 consecutive days of marching on August 28th, 1967 to protest the current housing, lack of open housing legislation. And that's continued until March 14th, 1968. In between those two dates, on December 12th, the first open housing ordinance was passed in Milwaukee. But again, that only applied to 25% of the housing stock. So it's better than the state law that had passed, but still not applying to everything. Belle Phillips actually had voted against that law, thinking it did not cover enough of what we wanted to have covered. So then it wasn't until April 30th, 1968 that the Common Council approved the new housing ordinance in Milwaukee. So that was just after the 200th day of marching. So that was stronger than the Fair Housing Act, covered more multifamily housing developments than were covered at that time by the federal housing law. So just kind of some interesting, 200 days of marching is a big commitment to make. So just knowing that there were people that were large groups of people who faced a lot of adversity, from groups of people in the city and really standing up for what was right. And so what, I think you guys we all know the protected classes, federal, statewide. So race, color, sex, national origin and ancestry, religion, disability, familial status, age, marital status, lawful source of income, sexual orientation, and status as a victim of domestic abuse, sexual abuse, or stalking. But did you know that there's actually additional protected classes in the county and city of Milwaukee? So gender identity and expression are protected in both. Military service is protected in the city of Milwaukee, and domestic partnerships are a protected class in Milwaukee County. So it's kind of some interesting things. A lot of us know, we know about the federal and the state protected classes, but just to know that we've got those additional protected classes in the Milwaukee County and city. So in future weeks, we'll I'll share some more information about what you guys can do, things to know, but just kind of giving you that background of history of how change came to be.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks, Don.
There are two reasons business-wise you want to pay attention to this. Like, let's set aside if you're not interested in it as a person, right? If you are running a business in real estate, you want to consider your risk and risk mitigation, which means understanding what this is and where you could get into trouble if you're not systematic about how you approach your business. The other one is opportunity, right? The more we understand all of the ways that we can talk to all of the people that are in our area, the more that we help them realize that the dream of ownership becomes a financial plus for people, becomes a generational plus for people. You change lives, your business grows. So let's set aside the selfless, I'm interested in this interest, and talk about the business. I'm interested in this for business reasons. And I want to encourage that as Dawn goes further into what this means for you and your business, there are opportunities to be had. And our city gets called out over and over again for not paying attention to protected classes on a regular basis. So I'm really excited that we have this month. I think it should be all the time. And I'm excited about the opportunities that we can bring to to you as business owners and to our clients. So thank you, Dawn, I appreciate it. Okay. Done a deep dive into what we've done in the first quarter here. So I want to share some of those results. Again, I've been hearing things in our corridors about how, competition is up, pricing seems to be being pushed on, people are busy, they need help, all good signs, but what does that translate to in terms of our numbers? So what we looked at, the blue category is the MLS data, the red category is KW Southwest particularly, you guys, so this is our data.
Yeah.
Okay. Closed units were up 1% in the MLS.
Boom.
32%.
Yeah.
32% in
Party.
January.
Michelle.
Listings taken. She's getting her eyes dilated right now. I don't know, her eyes are pretty big without dilation, like the food we get with, okay. Listings up 3.5%, here was 66%. Contracts written up 9%.
Crushing.
So definitely crushing it. I want to celebrate that with you guys. That's amazing, amazing. We look at February, closed units were up 8 for the MLS, listings taken were up 12, contracts written were up 5. For us, closed units, again, month over month, we outdid the MLS, up 22%. Listings taken were down 20%. Not so concerned about that, given that we were up 66%, right? If you think a month is a little bit of a discretionary time frame, move that by a couple days, maybe they're a little bit more even. But again, 20% offset by 66, we're still ahead. Okay, contracts written, I mean, come on, 78%, who does that? Oh, wait, we do, okay, all right. And then here we go, March, up 2% for the MLS, down 6%, contract written up 5%, and here we are, up 3, up 6, down 4. Not bad work, Keller Williams.
Can you just define what contracts written actually means for anyone that's
Oh, gosh,
not familiar?
I'm gonna give my best.
Or
Yes.
you can phone a friend.
Phone a friend. Well, I'll phone Scott here.
Yes,
I wanna know your answer.
I think contracts, well, oh gosh, come on, guys.
I'm sorry. It's just, it's an accepted offer.
It's an accepted offer. Thank you. That's what I was gonna say.
If you write
Darn it, I
10
should say first.
contracts and 9 of them don't get accepted, only 1 would show up there.
Right. So hooray, you guys. It doesn't include your, so, yes, thank you. Thank you for confirming. I should have said, next time, just tell me to be brave.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
One thing I wanna share is if you did this year to date,
Mhm.
and you had MLS, KW, it would be a really good thing to have on a listing appointment as to why work with KW.
Yeah,
And
hey,
look at that.
look at this.
And
Yeah,
if you wanna take it, you did that fast.
yeah. My tech skills
If you
are,
wanna take it to the next level,
yeah,
if you know your own, if you're out pacing the office, you could be like,
yeah.
this is what the MLS does, this is what our company does, this is what I do.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Okay, so closed units for the quarter, year to date, 5% up, 17. Listings taken up 3.5, we're up 13. Contracts written or accepted offer, 519.
Can you get that
Okay.
box out of the way?
Which one?
Once
The
it's
top
talking
page.
Keller Williams?
Well, are you gonna send these?
I'm gonna
in
send
the
these out.
Team
I
meeting?
know,
You
but I
wanna
want
take
to
a
take a
picture?
picture now and send it immediately.
Okay, so
Oh.
text skills may not be on that.
I'm in competition with 5 other people for a listing right now, so.
Okay. All right, Pat, Pat, give everybody your listers people and we'll have everybody send it out.
If we're all quiet, the talking will go away.
That's asking a lot for this.
Yeah.
Is that better?
There you go.
And we will be sending this out, you guys. And we do put this together so that you can use it. R&D, take it out, use it right now. And for my new people who don't have these stats, we are your team. You do have these stats. This is what you do. You are part of us. Yes, sir.
I also wanna say like 5% to 17, we're not outperforming the market by 12%. We're outperforming the market by 300 and whatever percent. So
Thank you. Yes.
when you say it, it's not like you can say, hey, we're almost 4 times the market in contracts written or 3 times in listings taken.
Yes. Yeah, percents, people struggle with percents, you guys. Numbers are hard for American people. Percents are exponential, yes.
Is there the ability to pull these numbers from the market center for individual agents or teams, or is that something that we, because we track a lot of our stuff individually. I'm just wondering if you guys have this data.
We would have to pull it on a case by case basis.
Okay, got it.
It's also on the multi-year trend.
That's what I was gonna say, right? Is it
Yep.
like these specific categories and
Yep.
everything? Okay,
Plus like 40 more,
Plus 40 more.
that's it?
but these are the
60.
multiple.
Only 40?
Okay. So you guys, we're having a pretty amazing first quarter, right? In a time of uncertainty, when I talk to about 20 agents a day, I try to talk to 20 agents outside of our organization. And I have heard multiple people say, well, it's time for me to retire. Things are changing. I don't know how I'm gonna make any money in this business. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're figuring it out. We're doing it. I am so proud of my folks who are out there doing their thing. I'm proud of my ALC members who are having the continued conversation and having the conversation with our teams about what the changes that are in the industry are doing. There's NAR conversation fatigue right now. And as leaders, you lean into that. Just because we're tired of a topic does not mean we're done with it, right? And we can all be tired of talking about the unknown. It is unknown. We're not quite sure what's gonna get approved. Things aren't finalized yet. None of that matters because we're doing the activities. So keep doing the activities, keep having the conversations and adjust your business in such a way that you can take more business, which you're doing. Super proud of you guys. Good work. Good work. Woohoo. Yes, woohoo. Okay, I'm stuck. Why isn't it moving? Oh, used all my tech skills and now I have none. Oh, here we go. Yes. Here's one thing that I wanted to share with you guys that we're doing to help you continue winning. And this idea actually also came from this office. So thank you, John Warren. Thank you, Jay Krickeberg and Jeremy Reinders for having a conversation about the fact that we have about 600 agents in our ecosystem, which means we have all of that data. What does that mean? So aside from what's in the multi-year trends, we can see things that influence good contract writing. So we just started, Sarah Papp, Kimmy Herbert, and Charlie reviewed about 70 offers, accepted offers, recently accepted offers, and this is what they found. The listing to selling ratio is 102.5% on average. This is what's getting accepted. So if you feel like there's competition and people are bidding up, you're right, that's what's happening. 49% include an inspection contingency, 51% don't. So, interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit,
They
yes.
probably have a gap coverage on there if they have one.
That's surprising.
It is surprising. We can look at the gap coverage. Okay. Cash offers, 27% that are getting accepted right now are cash.
Wow.
73% are financed. Okay.
That's gotta be the highest percentage of cash
Yeah.
offers, like,
Is that the highest percent?
On national average for over a decade, 25% of all purchases are cash.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Surprising.
Okay.
That's national.
And if you think about
Yeah.
national, Wisconsin's pretty conservative,
True,
right?
yeah.
So, and we sit on a lot of money. We don't spend money very readily. So if you need money to buy a house, you might have it. Oh, okay. Average down payment of finance deals is 14%.
Yeah.
Okay, 14%. 17% have an appraisal gap. 17% have an appraisal gap. And when they do, the average gap is $9,100.
Yep.
9,166. Okay. So yeah, questions?
Do we have data on what the accepted offers were? Like the location, the price point?
Great question. We just started mining our accepted offers, and this is something that we're gonna continue doing. And it will be zip codes, price points. Although every time we've dived into price points, they have not been very different, but they will be looking, I know everyone questions it, you guys. I used to work out in Lake Country where everyone thought they were different. Oh my gosh, they weren't. I mean, the information came across and it was the same, statistics, just at a lower percentage, right? Because it's lower price point sometimes. But we will dive into that. Maybe that's changed. If you guys have a particular thing that you think may be relevant or you're experiencing, let me know and we'll throw it into the mix. But as we get new information that we think will help you win in the marketplace, help you win with your buyers and your sellers, we will share it at a Tuesday meeting just to make sure you have the most relevant information. Okay? This is what's winning out there, and we know because those are our production results. It's pretty amazing. So congratulations, you guys. I love it. Okay, any questions on that? Okay. Training, gosh, the April calendar is out. We are halfway through with April already, hard to believe, but there is still a ton that's happening in the back half of the year. So, we talked about fair housing. Julia Lachey Israel is one of the best in the business when it comes to teaching fair housing, diversity, equity, and inclusion. She has a Zoom meeting tomorrow from 11 to 12:30, home ownership for all. So when you think about opportunities, come think about this, join in this. If you haven't had the chance to do this already, invite your friends who might not have this opportunity at other brokerages. Obviously, we love investing here. I just heard Cherise say she likes money, right? We like money. Come learn how to make more of it through investing. The next mastermind is tomorrow in the afternoon. We are also, did y'all pay your taxes? I wasn't gonna say anything about taxes because for so many that's painful. There are ways to mitigate your tax burden, and the best way to do that is to start now. Magnolia Tax is gonna be doing a presentation on the 23rd at 11 at In-Out, and it will be recorded. And Eugene has mentioned that he would be happy to come out here and talk to people as well. I know we also have, MBE has tax services as well. Whoever you choose to use, talk to them about mitigating your tax burden, because as 1099s, we all have it, and y'all run big businesses, so there's lots of opportunity there, okay? Okay, we are also hosting a seller conversation panel next week. Maureen Stelle will be interviewing our very own Lisa Packard with Jay Schmidt and Kristen Stahulik on Wednesday, the 24th, on Zoom at 1 o'clock, so that'll be great. Kristen does her business down in the Lake Geneva area primarily, so different regions of Wisconsin, if you sell in the Racine, Lake Geneva area, kind of along that southern border, good person to key into. From our Keller Williams Serving Committee, the Milwaukee Rescue Mission continues to be an opportunity in Thursdays in the month of April. If you have any questions, Catherine and Charisse can help you. Upcoming dates for Value Squared, the last one is on April 25th. These are all different every time they do them based on information that they are experiencing. Once this is done, they're gonna take kind of the best and post it up on KW Connect. So if you can't make these, it will be available if you wanna go back and think about how to roll stuff out that they are presenting into your business plan, you'll have that opportunity. And then finally, you guys, well, not finally, almost finally, midway finally. We have an opportunity, I haven't really talked about this. It is up in Minnesota. We are part of the Minnesota region. Well, our region is headquartered in Minnesota. We have a different name. We're North Central region. So that it's not Scott's region. Scott's in a different region. We're North Central. Gosh, let's go, you guys. So exciting. What region are we in?
North Central.
Love it. Okay, well, they are providing a training that on Friday, April 26th. I've talked to at least one other person, and a handful of people have said, gosh, I wish that was closer. It's really just 5 hours away by car. It's not very far. We could head up on Thursday and head home on Friday night. It's one night overnight if you choose. The region charges $99 for this, so you would have to pony up a little bit. But it is for Gene Rivers, Dean Cantrell, Todd Butzer, Hudson Warren, and Julia Lestrade Israel. That's a KWRI like knockout lineup. Like this, if this was in our neck of the woods, we would all be there. If you are interested in caravanning up, let me know. And we'll see what we can do about making arrangements. So, okay. And then this is the one I do expect you all to be at, because it is in our neck of the woods and it's very practical information. We know them, we know him. The other market centers, I wear this with pride, calls us Glover lovers, right? When we look at the registration, we are by far the largest percentage of people who have registered for this. And I know many of you have asked me to invite guests to this as well. So come, level up your business, right? Right?
There's not a better training to take than that right there.
Yeah.
Right, so you don't need to pay $99 and you don't need to drive to Minnesota to get it. Come on, come with us, it'll be fun. Okay, and then finally, we are holding a shred event Saturday, May 11th, 9 to noon, right here. You guys, this is an opportunity to share with your clients, invite them. It is post-tax. If anyone wants to ignore, be done with their tax stuff, come shred it. It'll be a great celebratory opportunity. And then, I know we've talked about this in the past. I just want to remind everybody, there is the Millionaire Real Estate Agent podcast that's come out. They have added their notes, their playbooks, all that good stuff if you're interested in that information. Good? Good.
Did you mention the Kinetic Wealth?
Yes, it
Yes,
does.
it does.
Do you want to say a little bit about it?
Well, I just want to say tomorrow we're having a panel of 3 great agents who are going to share their first experience with getting a rent property or an investment property. We're going to share how they got it, where they're at now, and you know, tips and tricks. We're also going to have Jeff Nevins do live prospecting calls.
Nevins.
Yeah, Nevins.
Plural.
Nevins, plural. And we're gonna have free lunch. So
Wow.
sign up. There's a link in the Facebook page and, so we have enough food for you.
Okay, awesome. So come tomorrow. Okay, before we get to any coming soons on the market, this is a 2.5-minute video. And Charlie saw it, he sent it out. I saw it and I thought it was amazing. So I'm gonna share it with you guys and I'm sure you will be able to see the relevance. And if not, come talk to me and we can chat afterwards. Okay.
I got a call from a guy named Arn Tellem at Marquis Jet, one of the guys that I emailed 3 years before. I heard you're in the jet business. I want to demo your flight. Arn Tellem was the biggest sports agent in the world. He represented 20% of the Major League Baseball players and all the best NBA players, including Kobe, Tracy McGrady in this era. He wants to demo our flight. He wants to try a flight from LA to Duke University, where he's going to have an interview with a guy who's going to be the #1 pick in the NBA draft. This athlete was going to be worth tens of millions of dollars to the firm. We set up the flight. I get a call from Arn Tellem. I'm 29 years old. I just started this company and I'm green. I've never been in a battle. This guy's battle tested. He's negotiated against the best people in the world and he's pissed. Jesse, there's a 9-hour mechanical delay. I just got a call from your customer service team. I'm going to miss the meeting. I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm like, Arn, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me call my team and I'll call you right back. Crisis Management 101, you get in front of the problems. You don't hide behind your emails. You get right in front of the problem. Crisis Management 101. There is a 9-hour delay. I call him up. Arn, it's Jesse Itzler. I am so sorry. I just got off with our customer service team. There is a 9-hour delay. The reality is that airplanes break, not a lot, 1%. 1 out of every 100 flights has a mechanical issue, and I'm so sorry this happened to you. I would gladly sit there for 10 days to take away this delay, but I can't. But anyone that tells you that you're never gonna have a problem with your flight is lying to you and will never risk safety. But I'm a 29-year-old kid, Arn. I just started this company with my partner. If you ever give me another chance, I'll do everything in my power to make your family and your flights as good as they could possibly be. But this is out of my control. And something clicked. And he said, you know what? If this kid doesn't want me as an agent because my airplane broke, I don't want him as a client. And he signed. And a week or two later, he found a loophole in the tax law. He's so smart that athletes could write jet time into their contracts and get a tax deduction. And he wrote 100 jet hours, which is like $1 million, into Kobe Bryant's Adidas deal. And then he did it for Tracy McGrady. And then he did it for every athlete. And he took my company from here to here because of how we handled the lows. When you're faced with challenging times, how you handle them can be your greatest asset.
Good. Good. So many good things about there. One of the things that I really loved is that not only, I mean, getting in front of the problem, we all kind of get that as realtors, right? That makes a difference. But then knowing all of the ins and outs and ways that you can make a negative into a positive and helping your clients win, that's huge. And we have an amazing opportunity to do that in the next couple years, let's say, as we're building our careers. So before I roll in, last thing I want to do is do a shout out to our lender partners. They're sitting in the back of the room. They're here every Tuesday. They were ready to do an Ask Me Anything for us. We didn't get too many Ask Me Anything responses. So I wanted to not put them on the spot for if we didn't have a ton to ask about. However, they are willing to talk to you about anything. And there's a lot going on that they'd be willing to share. So you guys, raise your hands. I know everybody knows you, but come on, there they are. All right, go visit with these guys. They can make your life easier. And as we kind of come up on midsummer and beyond, our lender partners are going to be great advocates for us as we navigate the market to come. So thank you guys for everything. Okay, good. Oh man.
I got a call from a...
Not right. Okay, listings. What do we have coming to market? Oh man. Oh yeah, should I start with you and then we're ready?
Tomorrow I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath Cape Cod coming. What else do I say? This is my first time.
Woo, first time.
Oh, so it's in Milwaukee, but it's nestled right in between South Milwaukee, and Bayview.
Nestled, you guys, good
That's a
work.
good
That's a
word.
good word. Yes.
I'm on there right now. So, yeah, so how much? $199.99.
All right, it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
When is it going live?
It's going live tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right, so talk to Darshell. It's first time. Let's make it work. Catherine?
Franklin condo, 2 bedroom, 2 full baths, upper, private garage, private access, 325. Off-market deal if possible.
Where is it?
Franklin,
Franklin? Okay.
it's not far from the expressway, so.
Nestled by the expressway.
Nestled away from the expressway, far enough that you're not listening to the traffic.
Nice, nice.
And then in McGuanago, I have a 3 bedroom, 2 full bath, ranch, beautifully maintained, meticulously maintained, shall we say? Between 575 and 600. Again, one party if possible.
Writing listing descriptions here.
Meticulous and nestled, meticulously nestled. Love that.
We've been hitting it.
We have a little hand down here from
A lot.
Charlie, gosh, Tony. Does anyone have anything before Tony goes? Oh, yes.
We've got a 4-bed, 2.5-bath, contemporary home in Pleasant Prairie going live this weekend at 4:15.
Very nice. Love it.
Contemporary. Like it.
Amy?
I have a 2-over-2 duplex in Washington Heights, and a ranch in Menominee Falls, 4 bedrooms. 2 baths.
Where in the Heights? Like, what streets is it on price point?
Where in the falls?
The one that starts with Menominee.
Huh? Building Road?
It's in there. It's there.
Can I just say it was fun to, when you said duplex, everybody just turned. Fun to watch.
What's the price point for the duplex?
75.
275. Oh my gosh. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, wait, I just want to say, Amy, you might want to have personal bodyguards before when the meeting ends.
I got you,
I think
Amy.
you're gonna be rushed. Yes, Catherine.
I forgot, I do have one in Mount Pleasant, 4 bedrooms. I don't know how many baths I've got. It goes on the market in the 1st of May.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 445.
Okay, awesome. Yes, ma'am.
We have, one that just went into delayed status yesterday in New Berlin. I believe it's $399. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. We have another one in Menominee Falls, gorgeous house and a subdivision with its own pool. 570, I believe, in Menominee Falls. And then we have one coming out this Friday in Wales. 3 bedroom, 2 bath.
3 bedrooms, you got price point and West?
Pardon me?
Price?
I'm not sure on that one yet. I haven't heard back.
$1 million.
2-story or a 5-level contemporary.
Awesome.
Oh, like tons of parts. It's really nice. I just saw the picture of it and they're going out.
Awesome. I think we are ready for, who are you?
Tony
Tony?
Jean Greco,
Who are you, Tony?
Tony Jean Greco, Minor Real Estate Group.
Tony Jean Greco. What do you have?
Okay, so launching next week, we've got a 3-bed, 1.5-bath colonial, 1,500 square feet. Listing off market right now at 300,000, MLS price to be determined. The rest of these are coming in May, but they're entertaining off market offers. We've got a West Alice, single family, 4-bed, 2 full bath, but could be potentially converted into a duplex. Needs a lot of TLC updates and repairs, listed at 149.9. We have a New Berlin, single family, 2-story home, 3-bed, 2 full bath, 1,700 square feet. On 124th Street, off market at 379.9. We've got a Grand Tosa Drive duplex in Milwaukee, off market right now at 200,000. It is a 3x3, about 2,000 square feet, 3.5 car garage with additional 3-car parking slab. That's rare. We've got a 4-bed, 2-bath, single family, West Alice property on South 98th Street, this one's renovated, completely updated and flipped, 269.9. Gower Circle, Bayview, off market, 300,000. This is a tri-level, really cool, unique property, a lot of character, 3-bed, 1.5 baths. We've got a Waukesha single family off market at 440,000. This is a 3-bed, 2 full bath, 2,700 square feet, fully finished basement. This is, we got one more. These are May. I won't get into June.
Oh my gosh.
We got one on Birch Ave, Milwaukee. Sorry, Ethan, I gotta at least get it out there. Ethan's got a buyer ready to write, so call me immediately. 3-bed, 1 bath, 1,000 square feet, 2.5 bath, 2.5 car attached garage. More to come, guys. They're popping. They're popping. Get ready. Huh?
Price on Birch.
200,000. 200.
200.
You don't need that.
I'm saying,
You're done.
offer maybe in hand. Who knows? Who knows?
Offer in hand.
Race to the finish, you guys.
Not entertaining secondary offer.
I love the productivity. I love the culture. You guys are amazing. Way to succeed in, not only succeeding, but just way to be great people in the world today. We need more of that. So go crush it, go do it. Love it. Nicole,
Yes.
you were literally the only one who had a question. It was so particular. I figured I'd just.
Tony, we got some.
Oh, I agree.
What?
We got.
Yeah.
I was in zone. I started.
So